What's up, y'all? My name is Devin, the DIY lawn coach. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for coming out and checking out the video. So obviously, as you can tell, we are not out in the lawn today. We are inside my studio where I like to do all the video editing for the YouTube channel. And you notice I've got a couple guitars here behind me also. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do play the guitar. I got a really good video for us today. So we are right in the middle of seeding and overseeding lawn projects right now. One of the most frustrating things about seeding is when that seed doesn't come up. It costs a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, and I just want to spend a few minutes talking to you guys about some of the reasons maybe why your seeding project wasn't successful. When we take a look at it, some of the topics are going to be kind of what I call no-brainers, and there's maybe a few things that maybe you haven't thought about. Settle in, let's have a conversation, let's get into the video. First topic that I want to cover is all about seed timing. So when it comes to timing, when you put down your seed, you seed too early and the grass won't come up, and if you seed too late, again, the grass seed might come up, but you're going to have limited results there. Let's talk about soil temperature for a second. A lot of people, especially this year, we kind of got lured into thinking that now was the time to put down our seed, and we threw down a little bit early. Soil temperatures were probably 70, 75 degrees, but the air temperature was in the 60s, right? And so we threw down our seed, and then we got what I call a bounce back. So the temperatures kind of bounced back, went up into the mid 80s, sometimes in the 90s, especially here in North Carolina. But the soil temperatures were still fairly consistent. That's 70, 75, 73 degrees. And while we saw germination, the grass didn't want to really pop. It didn't want to really grow. That's kind of leading to some concerns about, why my project wasn't successful. And so on the flip side of that is if you seed too late in the year, kind of the reverse is true. Especially here in North Carolina, our winters are pretty mild. But some of you guys up in Virginia, maybe in the Midwest, Ohio, Michigan, Virginia, I said Virginia, Tennessee, you guys have a little bit harsher of a winter than we do here in North Carolina. So really we need our grass seed in the ground at least 6 to 8 weeks before our first frost. And here in North Carolina, that's about October 15th. So depending on your geography, that can obviously change. But if you seed too late, what's going to happen is that grass is not going to be mature enough. It's not going to have the root structure that it needs. And so when we get that first frost, that grass isn't mature enough, and then bam, it's going to die. That first frost, hopefully it's not a heavy freeze, will end up killing your grass, and you'll end up losing your whole project. So soil temperature plays a big role. Want to make sure we're hitting soil temperatures right around that 70-degree mark. Fall is by far the best time to be applying grass seed. Of course, we can seed in the spring, depending on your geography, where you're located in the country. But typically, we say fall is probably the best time to do any grass seed. And the reason why is just because it gives the grass the opportunity to go over throughout the whole winter into spring of next year to develop that strong root structure that it needs to be able to get through those hot and humid summers. So when we look at air temperature is another crucial factor, right? I mean, grass seed has to have some semblance of heat to be able to germinate. But if the grass is too hot, that leads to several other issues, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But it's hard to keep the grass, the soil moist enough. We'll talk about that here in just a second. So seeding too early, seeding too late, got to get the timing right, and that could potentially lead to why your grass didn't germinate. Let's talk about the second thing I want to talk about when it comes to why your seeding project was not successful. And I've said this multiple times, but you have to start with a quality grass seed. Okay, everybody knows that I recommend the GCI Turf line of grass seeds. And that is simply because they are quality grass seeds. Okay, there's no inert matter. There's no other crop seeds. There's no filler. There's no anything other than grass seed. And when it comes to having high quality grass seed, that typically means you're going to get a higher rate of germination. And at the end of the day, we're trying to grow grass, right? So we want the grass to be germinating. Grass seed is not cheap, okay? Good grass seed is really not cheap. And so depending on the crop year of the seed growers, depends on the cost. But I can tell you, investing in good high quality grass seed is going to lead to a much better end result. So having a high quality grass seed, you're going to get better germination rates. And let's be honest, I mean, some of these, manufacturers like the Scotts and, what they're doing is they're selling, especially some of these big box stores, is they're selling on price. And so they're trying to stay within a certain range that they know that their shoppers like to buy in. And so they have to do things to, keep that cost in line. So things like, putting in fertilizers or putting in fillers or putting in soil amendments or whatever it is they're trying to put in there, things that are not grass seed. So you really want to make sure that you buy a high quality grass seed that has a high germination rate, that's going to have good, strong cultivars in it. And that kind of leads into another thing, talking about making sure your grass seed is fresh as well. Buying an inexpensive grass seed from a big box store, while you can have great success, and I'm not talking down about those grasses, but you have a higher propensity for success if you buy a much higher quality grass seed. Let's talk about kind of more the more obvious issues as to why you wouldn't get a good seeding project, or why your seeding project wasn't successful. I think everybody knows this, right? Seed to soil contact. Talk about that all the time. When it comes to seed to soil contact, if you saw my renovation project video, you saw, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of sweat to get that seed bed prepared. But at the end of the day, the seed has to touch the soil. All right. What I would recommend to you is to make sure that you are lightly working that seed into the soil and just making sure you get good seed to soil contact. That grass seed cannot lay on top of any thatch or any, dead grass material. It has to be worked into the soil. And that can be done a couple different ways. You saw me do it with a rake. You can do that with, manual core aeration. All of those things are a great way to get that seed to soil contact. But again, not breaking any news there, but it's something that's so important. Another issue that would maybe cause your seeding project not to be successful. Again, this is not breaking news. And again, none of these things are easy, right? They're simple, but they're not easy. And when it comes to watering is simple, right? Like, it's just put down water. But it's not easy. Mother Nature makes it really hard. Is it, sunny and, you're having a hard time because the sun's drying out the seed? Maybe you don't have an irrigation system, and so you're constantly battling, moving sprinklers. But at the end of the day, the ground, the seed, the top 1/8 inch of soil has to remain moist for however long your germination period is for your type of grass. So, for example, tall fescue can be 10 to 14 days. Kentucky bluegrass can be 21 to 28 days. So if you're trying to plant Kentucky bluegrass and, your germination time is 21 to 28 days, well, guess what? That soil has to stay moist for 21 to 28 days. Maybe a day here and there, if it doesn't stay, adequately moist, maybe you'll be okay. But, you run the risk of that project not being successful if you don't keep the soil moist. Too much of a good thing is also a bad thing. Not sure if that's a saying or not, but I'm going with it. What I'm getting at is you water too much, and it could potentially be detrimental to the grass seed as well. It could potentially rot out the grass seed as well. But it doesn't allow for exchange of air, water, and nutrients through the soil just because you're not allowing it to dry out just a little bit. So keep the top 1/8 inch soil moist. Again, the opposite of that is not watering enough. I think we've already talked about that. The water has to be able to break that outside coating of the seed, and that's what allows or triggers that seed to be able to germinate. If you water and then it germinates and then you cut off the water too soon, obviously that would cause your grass to die as well. So, all those things, all those different aspects when it comes to watering could play a role in why your project's not successful. Another reason I've seen seeding projects not be successful is because the ground is just too hard, especially here in North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Georgia, northern Georgia. We have clay soil. And if you know anything about clay, when it gets dry, it gets extremely hard. And so even though you may have seed to soil contact, right, you've got that grass seed laying up on that ground and you're watering, that little root shoot that the seed shoots off can't penetrate. I mean, it's like trying to grow through concrete. I mean, imagine taking your finger and trying to poke it through concrete. It's not going to work. The grass root, even if it does germinate and it does kind of what we call tack down, it's not going to be able to mature because the ground is just too hard. What I would advise you to do, is core aeration. Try to get some organic material into your soil. All those things will help, soften that ground, help get water, air, nutrients down into that soil. Hard ground, I've seen it. It's another reason, why we recommend core aeration when it comes to a seeding project. Another reason maybe your seeding project hasn't been successful is you just haven't given it enough time. We live in a society where we want instant gratification, and we see pictures on YouTube, we see pictures on Instagram, people posting their lawns, look at how their grasses are coming in. But truth be told, it can take 1 or 2 seasons for your grass to fully mature and thicken. Grasses by nature are monocots. They thicken up over time. And so patience, I know I preach patience about just about every video, it seems like, but pack your patience. Make sure that you're giving that lawn time to fully mature before you're judging whether the project is a complete success or failure. And then the last topic that I want to bring up that could potentially lead to the failure or success of your project are insects. Could be chinch bugs, could be armyworms, could be grubs. I had a seeding, I guess it was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where I had planted grass, and for whatever reason, the grass just did not want to seem to grow. I looked around, I could see a little bit of germination here and there, but it seemed like almost like the grass was dying as fast as it was growing. Got down on my hands and knees, looked around, come to find out I had armyworms, and they were basically destroying my lawn just as fast as I could plant the seed. So then I had to kind of take care of the armyworms and really start over, reseed the whole project. But keep an eye out for chinch bugs, keep an eye out for grubs. If they're eating the roots of your grass, maybe that's why your project didn't turn out the way you had hoped. So that just about does it for the video. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. I know it's a little bit different kind of being in here. Just kind of a little different environment. So if your seeding project did not work out, by no means are these all the possibilities. These are just some of the kind of top ones that I came up with. Kind of evaluate yourself and kind of be critical and look at maybe why your seeding project didn't work. I bet you it has to do with some one of these, or maybe it's a combination of 1 or 2 of these. Be critical, ask yourself these questions. Could these be a possibility as to why your grass seed didn't come up? My name is Devin. I'm the DIY Lawn Coach. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Thank you to all the new subscribers. So glad to have you. Leave me a comment down below. If you've got a suggestion, maybe I missed something, I'd love to hear from you. I by no means know everything, when it comes to this sort of thing. So if you've had an experience or want to offer a suggestion to maybe another viewer, leave that down below in the comments. Love to hear from you. My name is Devin. I'm the DIY Lawn Coach. I'll see you in the lawn. Peace.